Have you ever realized that your life is actually a project, a masterpiece, and a work of art? Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Samriddhi, and today we are going to talk how your life is a project, a masterpiece, and a work of art. Now, this line might sound poetic, but it actually holds a deep meaning in all of our lives. So let's dive into it, what these words actually mean individually and how they impact our lives. So when I say the word project, this actually means that our life is constantly under construction. Each day, each decision that we make, that is what we are, a project, a constant construction, the constant evolving part. We are growing each day, every day with each of our decisions. That makes us a project that's continuous, that constantly going on, and that's continuously working. Next, we move on to the word the art. This word basically means that when there is a painting in a museum, it actually tells us a lot of things without even saying a thing. We have to actually observe it in order to find meaning from it. Just like that, our life holds a lot of meaning, a lot of value, and we are capable of great things just because we have value in our lives. And this takes us to our next word, which is the masterpiece. Our life is a great masterpiece, even with our imperfections, even with our uniqueness. These all imperfections gives us the meaning, gives us the value, gives us the unique part to our lives. And even if we are broken, we are all beautiful. So that's where how our life becomes the project, the art, and the masterpiece. So think how beautiful this is, that we are the creator of our own lives and the creation of our own life, and our life is basically our own canvas. But this brings us to the question that how do we actually live a life that is a complete work of art, a complete work in progress? So, in order to live a life which is basically full of art, we need to understand that whenever we imagine a sculpture or an idol or a painting, these all things are not made in one day, in one instant. These things have layerings, these things have constant revisions, and things needs time and constant effort. Just like that, our life is also a sculpture. We need to grow and evolve every day. We need to make amendments, we need to make revisions in our daily lives, in our habits, in our thinking, and that's how we actually evolve. So all of this living a life like a work of art, it comes down to one single word, and that is actually self growth. So this self growth is actually so important, like it requires our mindfulness. We have to be mindful about it. Like, in order to grow, we have to take constant steps, we have to make constant efforts in order to be our best versions, in order to be the most authentic self. But again, this question pops us that I'm not in a very good time in my life, I'm going through a rough patch. Maybe it could be some family issues, or maybe a fight with my friends, with my closest friends, with my dear and near ones, or maybe I'm going through a rough breakup. So all of these things does not makes us less of any art. We are still a masterpiece in the making. Maybe our lives is not displayed in a museum or presented for everyone to see, but that does not makes us a less of an art. We might be broken, but we are still beautiful, we are still a masterpiece. So there's this beautiful concept in Japanese which actually gives a very deep meaning to our life. This concept is called as the art of repair, the art of embracing the broken. So what happens is, if there is a broken vase, so the sculptor will take those broken pieces and put them all together, and in order to adjoin them, they will use gold and fill in the pieces of the missing material, and then they assemble them all together. So you see, that assemblance, that golden part becomes the new highlight of the vase, and now what was broken is now complete, and the beautification of it has improved. Now those gold, those cracks has become its new identity. So let's say I'm going through a rough patch, but in order to evolve from it, in order to grow from it, I need to work on myself on a regular basis. And when I do that, when I actually work on myself, those learnings, those experiences will become my new identity, and I'll still be a masterpiece. My life would be a work of art. So understand this thing: even if we are broken, we are still beautiful, we are still a masterpiece, and we are always a work in progress, a work of art, and we are the artist of our own lives. So we need to question ourselves constantly that what am I doing to evolve, what am I doing to grow, and what am I doing to become a better and more authentic version of myself. Because we have to treat ourselves just like the masterpiece we are, and we have to take the brush in our hands and keep painting and keep layering and keep revising until we have become the best version of ourselves.